Amen. Say amen. Thank y'all for joining me for another episode of This of the Asia You Can't Whoop Me edition. When you get in here, go ahead and like the video, share the video, and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I need y'all to make sure y'all subscribe, get them subscriptions up or whatnot. Anyway, we have some very exciting news that just hit the internet, got the internet going nuts. Rihanna announced that she is pregnant by the rapper ASAP Rocky. They have been longtime friends or whatnot, and they have been having a very private relationship going on. It's interesting that their relationship is as private as it is, and that's something that I want to touch on throughout this video. Um, the thing is with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky that is so funny to me is that you have a lot of people that are saying things like, okay, now he done got her pregnant or whatever. You have a lot of people that saying things like, he understood the assignment, or Rihanna, she needs to be careful, and all this old kind of stuff. It's crazy because they're talking about ASAP Rocky like he's some type of bomb. You know what I'm saying? The man is worth, I think he's like worth $10 million. That's a whole lot of money. I ain't got no $10 million. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got $100,000, let alone 10 million. You get what I'm saying? And so people are sitting up here talking of like ASAP Rocky is a bomb, and it's so crazy. And my thing is, yes, Rihanna is a billionaire. She's in a whole nother different tax bracket than he is. It's giving me very much Oprah and Stedman or whatever. But the difference is, it's like Rihanna, it seems like she's just really, really into him, and she really likes him, and she really digs him. And people have to understand that when people have a whole bunch of money and they're famous and all that kind of stuff, sometimes they just want to feel normal. You know, Rihanna, she's from the Barbados. She seemed like a very fun loving, down to earth chick or whatever the case may be. Like Rihanna, somebody like one of those people that I would legit hang around. Like I love me some Rihanna. Two people that I just love. I love me some Rihanna. I love me some Cardi B. That just is what it is. Because the thing is, it's like they got the money and everything, but you could see their personality. You could kind of like resonate with them as a person and everything. And they just seem like just real down to earth. Neither one of them are perfect. Don't get me wrong. Neither one of them are perfect. But it just seemed like just a regular human being that just got some money. She don't seem like the type of person that wants you to worship her. She seems like the type of person that wants you to genuinely be around her because you want to be around her, and just make her feel regular. A lot of people, I've been around people that's famous and people with a whole bunch of money and whatever, and I noticed that most of them, they look for somebody to make them feel normal, just make them feel regular. You have a small percentage of rich and famous people that their head are so blown up to where they want people to just praise the ground that they walk on, and they kind of get a kick out of the whole thing with being a celebrity. Most of the celebrities, they feel like they're caged in. They want the money, you get what I'm saying, but they could do without the fame. You get what I'm saying? So she seems like that cool, down to earth, around the way girl, right? And then you got your boy ASAP Rocky. He from New York. They be a little rough and all that or whatever. He probably got that swag and all that kind of stuff, know how to talk to her and everything, and just make her feel like a woman. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. They sitting up here, they worrying about the money. It's not like he's a bum. It's not like he doesn't have a career or anything going on or whatever the case may be. You just be wanting somebody to make you feel like a woman, and that's what he's doing. If ASAP Rocky, or even if their relationship period, I'm just not gonna put it on ASAP Rocky. If they had one of those relationships where they was all in our face with it and doing publicity stunts and all that kind of stuff, I would probably look at it with a side eye and be like, they probably be doing this for clout, or he probably be doing this for clout, or whatever the case may be. But they're very private, so it seems like a genuine relationship. And we shouldn't be sitting here trying to dissect their relationship and basing their relationship off of money. I don't know why. I'm gonna tell you something. It's unfortunate uh when black, I'm gonna say this, it's unfortunate when black people who are successful get to a point where they want love and they go looking for love, and whether it's the man or the woman, whoever makes the most money or whatever, if it's a black man that gets with a black woman that makes more money than him, they try to make it seem like he's trying to take from her. If it's flipped around where it's a black woman that gets with a black man that makes more money, that makes less money than him, they try to make it seem like she's trying to take from him. She's a gold digger. On both sides, it's looked at like it's a gold digger. We got to get comfortable with allowing our people to be able to be in love and not have to have struggle love. We so used to coming up in them circumstances where you got to struggle with somebody. You had to be in the gym hooping for you to feel, for people to feel like you're worthy to be loved and to be in this relationship. You know, we really do have to get out of there, because don't be talking about ASAP Rocky like he's some type of bum, you know, and he's just using Rihanna. He had to have something going on to even catch her eye. It ain't like he was just sitting around on his butt twiddling his thumbs and not doing anything or whatever. So the interesting thing about this, with them announcing that they are with child now, is I got very excited. I was like, yes, Riri, because I love me some Rihanna, right? And I used to sit back and I'm like, I cannot wait till Rihanna have a baby, because Rihanna, the trajectory of her life, even though it's different careers, she reminds me, like, she's like the hip hop or R&B or whatever you want to call her. She's like the songstress Oprah. So you got this billionaire chick, very absolutely beautiful. Rihanna is like one of the most beautiful women in music or fashion to me. Like, the only person that I probably have a hard time like trying to pick and choose between is like Tiana Taylor. Like, Rihanna and Tiana Taylor, they fucking them up every time. Like, I love them. And those are two women that are just absolutely gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous or whatever. I love them to death. So hold on, somebody calling me. So the thing is, it's like, okay, Rihanna finna have a baby. I was just like, I was like, okay, I'm so excited. You know, I can't wait. She creating her legacy and all that. She's making all of this money. She's gonna have somebody to pass it down to and all of that, which I wish Oprah could have done it. But I'm sure she got her business in order or whatever. So I'm like, I'm sitting up here super excited about the simple fact that Rihanna is having a baby. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I did kind of, y'all know I'm real big on marriage. So I was like, I wish they probably would have gotten married first. Maybe they are secretly married. I don't know. But I was like, I wish they would have gotten married first, or before they had a child. But it's neither here nor there. However they want to do it, I feel like they're going to be with each other for a long time. And sometimes, you know, nature calls. And, you know, we all do things where we could possibly have a kid outside of wedlock, you know. So I ain't going to go in too much about that or whatever. I was just hoping for that. But it was funny because when they announced it, I was excited. But I'm going to tell you something. The reason why I titled this video, Rihanna is pregnant, do we care? Is because I care. I can't wait to see that little pretty baby. That baby finna be cute. I hope it be a girl. Because, baby, she finna be having all the bows. You hear me? Anyway, I actually was like, I'm fucked up. Because Jenny Ma was showing us the baby names, doing the gender reveal, and I was just sitting there scrolling through my phone like, who cares? I don't care. Like, go on somewhere. And I like Jenny Ma. Don't get me wrong. I like me some Jeezy. I like me some Jenny Ma. But it was like a difference. It seemed like it was kind of just being thrown in your face in this person is trying to convince you that they're happy, so to speak. Because I remember a point of time when she was saying she didn't want to have kids or whatnot. Now all of a sudden, every little stage, every little step, we got to hear about it or whatever. So at that point, I was just like, girl, go on, who cares? And I felt bad when I thought about the fact that I got excited about Rihanna being pregnant. So I was like, why I have a different feeling towards the pregnancy? Then you have some people who they don't care about celebrities having babies and things like that. I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why I care, not that I'm like invested in it. I'm not the person to go digging up and just really give a damn or what a celebrity got going on for real. The reason why I care because I do believe in legacy and I do believe in passing, generational wealth on down or whatever. I definitely believe in it, and so that's the reason why um it does get exciting when a celebrity is having a baby. I'm gonna tell you something that I don't like that we do when it comes to celebrities, famous people, period. Um, we have this thing where we like to see them grow at first. Like take Cardi B for instance. We all loved her when she was climbing up the ladder. So now she gets to a certain point, it's like, oh, we're gonna discard her. And it's so unfortunate that we start treating them like, oh, what you got going on, it ain't important. You a billionaire. You this, you that. We don't want to see that. But you regular common everyday ass people, as soon as you go piss on a stick, you gonna post a picture on social media and let us know. If you have an agenda reveal, you gonna post it and let us know. You gonna make posts and maybe ask people, hey, what y'all think about naming a child and all this whole kind of stuff. If you're getting married, y'all be trying to come up with little cute things, asking people about that. If you want somebody to care about what's going on in your life, you want to share what's going on in your life with the world, you want your congratulations and everything because it's a happy moment for you, so you want to be able to show that or whatever. But when a celebrity does it, you want to just throw them to the wayside. Sis, you could have texted that in a group chat amongst your family then and then put it on Facebook, because I don't know you, but you wanted the whole world to see, everybody that's on your friend list and on your timeline to know that, hey, you got a bundle of joy baking in an oven or whatever. What's wrong with a celebrity doing it? And it make it seem like, oh, if a celebrity does it, the celebrity is throwing something up in our face because they're rich. People got mad at, who was that? I think it was Portia Williams. I think she had got a new Rolls Royce or something, and she had posted it. People was mad at her. Oh, you want to throw your wealth in our face and all of that. But y'all the same one be happy as hell if y'all went to CarMax and got y'all a Nissan Altima. Y'all gonna post that. Y'all will post, I got the keys, and it's the keys to a little 1 bedroom efficiency studio type apartment. But you want people to be happy for you for that. But you don't want to be happy for somebody who has a little bit more than you. You feel like, oh, okay, they don't deserve to be celebrated as well, because you feel like just because they have money, they have it all. I'm going to tell you something. You are a hater. That's what that is. You are a hater. If you that type of person, you are a hater for real. Like even with the Jenny Ma thing, I had to check myself because I was really like, who cares? But then again, I said, you know what? I'm happy for her. And I'm glad that she's happy with what's going on in her life, because Jeezy came along and changed her mind on a whole bunch of stuff. So I know she in love. You get what I'm saying? We were able to witness some of the things that came up out of her mouth and how she felt. We were able to see that live on daytime TV. You get what I'm saying? So for the have someone to come in and show you a certain level of love to get you to change your mind on some of the biggest decisions that you could ever make in your life, I feel like having a child is the biggest decision that you could ever make in your life. Some people be saying buying a house and all that. Bringing a whole human into the world is the biggest decision that you can make in your life. Because you got to take care of a whole human. So to get with somebody to make you change your mind about something that you were steadfast on and unremovable, and you like, nah, this ain't what we finna do, and he done changed your mind. She probably loved him so much to where it probably wasn't even a conversation that needed to be had. It was just like, baby, I just miss my cycle, and she probably just didn't care. It is what it is. She ain't finna stop him from shooting up the club or nothing like that. And cause she know the possibilities or whatever, but she just loved him that much. So she like, whatever, that's boo. And it is what it is. So I had to check myself even looking at that. And I think because I had my that perception of what was before, you know, and you will go through this whole mental thing where you're sitting up here trying to figure out, okay, what this is, because I remember you didn't want this, now you want this. So you go through that whole process, and I prefer my dark meat on the side and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But if Jeezy like it, I love it. I ain't got no problems with that girl. I like Jenny Ma. Actually, her getting with it was points and times. It was before she had got with Jeezy. I think it was like all that stuff she was going through with her mom and everything, and them kind of mending their relationship and all of that. I love to see it, and I kind of started to gravitate towards her and just really, really like her. I like those people. I like those people who are vulnerable enough to let you in, and you get to see them as a person. That's why I like her. You get to see her as a person. Like all that other stuff, nobody is perfect. What she said in the past, did in the past, whatever, it don't matter. Nobody is perfect or whatever the case may be. But I still get to see a real person, and that's all that matters to me. That's the reason why I ain't gonna get into the politics or whatever. But anyway, because I'm about to say something, I don't need to get canceled right now. I ain't even started. But anyway, shout out to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. They are a beautiful couple. They are beautiful together. I'm about to tell y'all something. I never seen it for ASAP Rocky. A lot of people be like, "Oh, he's so handsome. He's cute." They was like, "He's so handsome. He's cute now." ASAP Rocky looked like Chad Ochocinco with long hair. That's how he looked to me. It's giving very much Chad Ochocinco for real. I don't see it. But I love his fashion sense. Him and Rihanna, they can match each other. Fly Rihanna, I ain't got to tell y'all nothing about Rihanna. Y'all already know sis is drop dead gorgeous, honey. You can't fuck with Rihanna. So my thing is, it's like it don't matter who Rihanna alongside, they automatically gonna look better, whatever the case may be, because it's Rihanna. Fuck is you talking about? You get what I'm saying? So but people was like, oh, all the features. So I'm sitting up here looking like, oh, the baby gonna be it's so pretty, regardless if it's a boy or if it's a girl, because they got all these beautiful features and everything. And I'm just sitting up here like, ASAP Rocky, he's straight. You know what I'm saying? The baby gonna be beautiful. I already know that the baby gonna be beautiful, but outside of the baby being beautiful, I don't worry about that. I worry about kids being healthy. Long as that baby is healthy, I wouldn't give a damn if it was a boy or a girl. I wouldn't care if he came out looking just like his daddy, bless his heart, looking just like Chad Ocho Cinco with long hair or whatever. I wouldn't care if he came out looking like just like his daddy. It won't matter to me. It's still gonna be a beautiful baby, a beautiful bundle of joy, and we're gonna let that ride. But shout out to ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. Hopefully they give us the tea, because I feel like they already married. I hope they are. Or they're gonna get married. They should. It's a young, beautiful, powerful couple. Do y'all think go ahead and get married? And everybody was like, if Rihanna get married, then she needs to get a prenup. Of course she gonna get a prenup. He needs to get a everybody needs to get a prenup. You know what I'm saying? My $5 ass will get married and go get me a prenup too, because you never know what's gonna happen. I need all this stuff spelled out just in case. Okay. But shout out to them, and quit speaking negatively up on their union and making it seem like this man is a bum. Like, something about that just tickles the hell out of me. I'm all over Twitter, and they was like, somebody even said, I ain't gonna say this man's name because I can't stand him. So he ain't even finna get credit for this because I can't stand this particular guy. Oh, fake ass, woke ass, hotep ass, wanna be hard ass, want a real record deal ass nigga. I don't like him. Um, he said that ASAP Rocky understood the assignment, and I would just want to know what's the assignment, because this is not a game. I could tell that they love each other from what we can see, because they're very private. From what we can see, I could tell that they love each other. People sitting up here trying to throw Drake into it, Chris Brown into it, and all of that. Let that alone. Let that alone. We don't care about what Chris Brown got going on and what he feel about anything or whatever. That's dead. Drake, we already know Drake. He be all up in his feelings about everything or whatever. We gonna let his singing ass make it too. People was talking about Drake probably punching the air and he unfollowed them or whatever. I actually thought, now don't get y'all don't quote me on this, because I really don't keep up as much as I probably should, and my memory forsake me sometimes. But wasn't Rihanna and Drake kind of like, didn't it get to a point where they had got into it or fell out or something, and then they kind of got back cool or whatever, like cordial? Wasn't it something like that with Drake and Rihanna? I'm not exactly sure, but I imagine that, it ain't no big deal. I know Drake was like all into Rihanna or whatever at one point, but they had a falling out, if I'm not mistaken. So all of this, who unfollowed who or whatever, who's to say that was today? I don't know. Who, you get what I'm saying? But I do know that it was, if like I said, if my memory is correct, I do know that there was a point in time when they was just like, kind of having a little spat or whatnot. But that's neither here nor there, honey. What Drake need to worry about shooting up them stripper clubs. That's what he need to worry about. He don't need to be worrying about nothing else but what he be doing around here with them not stripper. He ain't even, he went next level. He went porn star. That's who his baby mama is, a porn star or whatever. I'm gonna see if she on Pornhub. I'm gonna look up her name and see if she on Pornhub to see how she give it up. But speaking of giving it up, Nick Cannon, child, he needs to give it up. He needs to stop. I don't know what's going on with Nick Cannon, but Nick Cannon seemed like he's going through a crisis and he needs an intervention. I am so sick and tired of people sitting up here saying, well, he having all these kids all around the world. He got money. He could take care of them. Taking care of a kid is way more than just having money. This man is creating unnecessary broken homes, and these women that's laying up with him, constantly agreeing to have his baby, they just as silly and to blame for this foolishness. I don't want to hear nothing. Like, it's at a point, I don't know if he got some type of agreement with these women that they done signed the contract, but he on his 8th or 9th kid at this particular point. This man got another baby on the way. You hear me? This man got a whole nother baby on the way. And after a while, with all the child support, if these women got him on child support, all the child support he gonna have to pay, he ain't gonna be a very rich man anymore. And how can you even support all of them kids? Nick Cannon ain't no billionaire. You get what I'm saying? He damn near escape cancel. What is it? Cancel culture. Just a while ago, getting stuff snatched away and taken from him or whatever. He's a liability, because he'll get the whole tapping at one point, and then get the saying too much or whatnot, and he stand the risk of being canceled because he be sitting up here trying to act all pro-black, and a lot of people be like, well, Nick Cannon be acting pro-black, but he having babies. He ain't having babies with no black woman. I'm gonna tell y'all something about these two people y'all always talking about. Well, they ain't messing with no black woman. Nick Cannon and Kanye West. Let me tell y'all something. These men ain't doing nothing but getting women pregnant. Kanye is batshit crazy. I love Kanye. You know what I'm saying? His craziness is genius. He's batshit crazy. Let them go impregnate these other women. We don't want them. Let them. They sleep. Let me tell you something about men. Men sleep with who they can sleep with. Women sleep with who they want. They're messing around with people who are willing to mess around with them. They're messing around with people who are okay with these different arrangements. Don't put them on us. Don't try to make it seem like, don't be using black women as your point in an argument to be like, because we're not going to rage war against Nick Cannon and Kanye West, because we don't want Nick Cannon and Kanye West, because Nick Cannon and Kanye West ain't shown to be any good for nobody. So don't even put them, don't get mad because they don't want to sleep with us. Because we ain't got no business sleeping with them. You know what I'm saying? Don't now one of them seem to be mentally stable at this point. Kanye West, I'm going to give him a little bit. Because I rock with Kanye West. I love me some Kanye West. I actually like Nick Cannon. I used to really love when Nick Cannon, that man is very smart in as far as writing and things like that in business. He's not very smart with what he does with his penis, but he used to do these poems a while back. I think it was on Sundays or something. He used to post these poems. Fire. I wish he bring it back. It used to be fire. So I ain't got no issue with Nick Cannon. I ain't got no issue with Kanye West. I'm just gonna tell you what it is and how I feel, because I'm the type of person, like, even though I rock with you, I'm able to check you too on your BS. Like, just because I like you don't mean that everything that you do I feel like it's gonna be right and I'm agree with it. We all have some flaws, and it's okay to point those out. So don't try to make it seem like I'm on a Nick Cannon hate train, Jenny Ma, Kanye with none like that. It ain't nobody that I mentioned in this particular video that I feel some type of issue about. Like, I rock with them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But all at the same time, I see some flaws in character. And so don't be using black women as a point of argument. Just go ahead and say, Nick Cannon, you're foul for creating all these broken homes. Or say, you know what, Nick Cannon, you're foul for acting like you really black power. Then you say something out your mouth, and because the system, they got mad at you, whatever, you retract your statements. Use that. Don't be talking about, because if you just want to go at Nick Cannon because who he stick his dick in, then that's not cool, because you're making it seem like because you insert yourself in a black woman, then that's going to prove that you black power. No, because a whole lot of men that stick their dick in a black woman, they ain't about shit either. You know what I'm saying? So just because he want to walk around and he want to say he pro-black or whatever, and he acting some type of different, it don't mean nothing. Don't try to use us. I'm so sick and tired of the black. It's like the black men that want to go at Nick Cannon and say he's not pro-black because he's not sleeping with black women, be the same men that'll turn around and drag black women. Y'all don't give a fuck about us. Quit using us in y'all scenarios, whether it's good or bad. Just quit using the black woman in order to build your case. Nick Cannon is messed up because he's out here creating these broken families. He's out here having all these kids. I wouldn't give a damn what color, what race the woman was. He's messed up. And it ain't because of who he's sticking his penis in. It's because he's being negligent with, he's not actually trying to create any form of a nuclear family. Like he too far gone at this particular point. We need to keep it at that. Don't be bringing us in there talking about, well, he ain't pro black because he ain't pro. He ain't he. The man said what he said on that podcast, and he came back and he retracted his statement because them people went to counseling his ass. He went to messing with them Jews, and he started getting counseled or whatever. Y'all need to stick to that script. Don't bring black women in there. Don't be just using us for a piece of pussy and saying because who he sleep with that determines whether he for us or against us or whatever. Because what I can say about Nick Cannon is he done employed a whole lot of black women. You know what I'm saying? He done employed a whole lot of black men. So I'm not gonna take that away from him. I'm not the one to try to judge his blackness and say whether he pro black or not, but he does give me very much Peace Queen Hotel, whether it's a black or white woman. And Nick Cannon ain't never said he ain't like black women. He just decided to have babies with these women. But whether he gives me very much Peace Queen Grand Rising, uh, um, Hello Empress vibes, what regardless of what woman he's talking to. He's giving me very much I'm finna play sapiosexual in order to get in your drawers. So I don't throw that on us. Let me read some of these comments before I get off here. Eve Bird said, I feel Kanye has not healed from losing his mom. Nick Smart, however, he has an arrogance about himself. That's true. That's the reason why I said I'm not gonna give Kanye too much. I'm gonna tell y'all something about Kanye that I really love and I really appreciate, and I'm gonna tell you, we live in this world where it's okay to not care. It's not okay to express your feelings. It's okay to not care. It's okay to not express your feelings or whatever. It's okay to act like you got it all together and you don't feel anything. I know Kanye is going to be okay because he has no problem with expressing his feelings. He lets you know that he's human because you're not used to seeing somebody in a public space express themselves and tell you how they feel about what has happened. You used to them being private, doing a whole lot of drugs, overdosing and all that kind of stuff. You used to that happening. Then you learn that they've been dealing with a lot. Instead, Kanye West go ahead and put it out there and let you know. So you automatically dim him as crazy instead of looking at the fact that, okay, this is a man with feelings that don't mind expressing his feelings. Now he has done some things that just was like over the top. But for the most part, Kanye West is just like not holding that stuff in no more. And he's at a point where he got enough money. He got the status. He can do it. A lot of people don't have that freedom that Kanye West has that's in the public eye where they could just come out and tell, okay, this is what this person did to me. This is what this high power person did to me. This is how you made me feel. F Kim, F them, her mama, F this person, F that. You can't, you gotta be a Kanye West to go at the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like people look at that and be like, oh, Kanye West is crazy. No, Kanye West is just letting it all out. He's not hiding behind the wall. He's not, he is breaking down that fourth wall of celebrity. And a lot of people are not comfortable with that. And like I said, he does do some things that's over the top. And he did have what people don't understand when you lose people, because I go through that now. Honestly, I go through that now where people don't understand that maybe the person that you once were, once you lose somebody, you're not that same person. Once you lose certain people, you don't be the same person no more. You be a little bit more sensitive, and sometimes you want to cleave to people, and sometimes you be looking to kind of find that person in other people. Kanye West probably is to a point where he's trying to, no, nobody can replace his mom, but maybe hoping that he can have just a little piece of a bond, like people that he could trust or people he could talk to and let certain things out, and it's okay. Well, they don't allow him the space to do that, so now we get to see it because he's gonna do it anyway. He's not gonna hold it in. And honestly, I deal with that because I lost a whole lot of people well, not a whole lot of people, but I lost like some of them, like two of the most important, like two of my favorite people in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like back to back, and went through a divorce and all that kind of stuff at the same time. I don't have time to process anything, so yeah, I'm a little bit more sensitive than people might think or whatever. And sometimes you need somebody that you feel like, hey, I can talk to you, and um or you're around me and you love me for nothing. You love me for free. And outside of all the bright lights and all that kind of stuff, you just love me for me. And he reached his breaking point. So I don't feel like Kanye West has been diagnosed with bipolarism or whatever. But you got to understand, mental illnesses, a lot of mental illnesses are a result of things that has happened. So it probably, yeah, he lost his mom, and that hurts you and that takes you over the edge. But imagine you losing your mom, and then you're dealing with all this other stuff, or people still expect for you to be grieving. People expect for you to be grieving and operate at the same capacity that you always have been operating. That'll break you down when nobody is actually giving you a chance to like just process this stuff. You get what I'm saying? And that's the problem with us with grieving in our black community. We're so big on resilience. We're so big on telling people, hey, you need to be strong. You got this. I'm going to pray for you. And it's just that. And then you feel guilty and you feel bad because you feel some type of way. That takes a toll on you, because now you're processing in your mind, hey, I feel bad, and now because I feel bad on some normal thing that a regular any human is gonna feel bad for, now you're led to believe that you're weak for having a human moment, having a human experience, and you're led to believe, hey, I'm weak for hurting. And we all hurt, we all grieve, we all go through things, and we have to get to the point where we allow people to be able to process certain things. That's the reason why I don't go too hard on Kanye. And I like the fact that Kanye is to the point where he don't care about being vulnerable. I love that about him, but all at the same time, he could go a little bit too far. All at the same time, I won't necessarily want to deal with him until he process everything and get the proper therapy and all that or whatnot. But it's like, don't throw him on us and be like, well, we need to be mad at Kanye because Kanye is not sleeping with black women. Let Kanye fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? Let him, let him, let them be the testing ground for a minute. Because a lot of times, black women usually will be the boot camp for a man and help him heal. Then he get himself together and he run off to the other side and he leave us in shambles. Let him go over there, get the healing, he go through boot camp over there or whatever the case may be. And if he want to come back over to this side, he could get the comeback whole. So don't get mad at Kanye weird ass right now while he over there doing his thing. Let him do that. Let him walk around with that girl with that smudged up eyeliner and makeup or whatever. Let him do that while Nick Cannon is over here sowing his wild oats still at the great age of 40. He got that man old as hell. He's still sowing his wild oats. He has an extended adolescence while Nick Cannon is around here roaming the streets or whatever, shooting up these women clubs. Let him go ahead and do that until he figure out what the hell is going on within himself and get himself together. Allow these men to go ahead and do that so they could come to us whole. So I ain't mad at Kanye West and Nick Cannon. Go on over there real quick. I ain't tripping at all. Blue Girl said, it's my girl again. You are the best on YouTube. I don't care what anyone says. Thank you so much, Blue. I had went to your page. I think I tried to subscribe. I thought you had a channel too. Thank you for joining. Blue said, if black men cared about black women, they would create families and stability instead of lying to women to get sex. That is absolutely correct. Eve Bird said, post-trauma. Yep. Blue Girl said, it take years to process a traumatic event, especially if you are constantly working. Kim could have supported him if she wanted to. She moved on so quickly. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. People have to understand that you cannot, and it's so crazy this conversation went into this, but people have to understand that you cannot put a time frame on how long it takes for someone to grieve or how long it takes for someone to go through something. And you can't pressure them, you can't force them into it. When a person is not like stable, you can't pile stuff on top of them. It don't do nothing but make the situation worse. So with somebody like Kanye West, with him still having to go, 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 and he lost his mom, he still have to deal with the headlines. See, people don't, this is the reason why I don't even post rest in pieces. I very seldom post a rest in peace. I don't want to see it the next year. I wouldn't know how it feels. Like, I actually have gotten to the point where people will be trying to ask me about somebody who have passed away or things like that. I don't post all of that. I don't want to see it. Like, you don't even have to call me and be like, I'm so sorry for your loss or whatever. I don't want to constantly get reminded of, I don't want to constantly hear it because I know that I have to process it, right? So imagine someone like Kanye West that he got to read headlines about his mom. He done lost his mom because of really vanity. She was going to get a cosmetic surgery and he probably paid for it. I'm sure yeah, he paid for it. Um, you're going to get this surgery out of vanity and you don't come back home. Ain't no telling how that boy feel. I'm saying boy. I'm talking about. I'm acting like we. I mean, I'm not calling him a boy, but ain't no telling how that man feel. Um, to see those stories, you can't run from it. Then imagine how it feels that every time something goes on with him, it gets tied back to losing his mama. He'll never really heal. He will never. That's something he's never going to really heal from. He just gonna have to find coping mechanisms because he could never run from it. And too, now since I'm thinking about it and I'm talking through it and I'm processing or whatever, I think that we do have to be careful with we knowing somebody done went through something, and then we'll say, well, this was because of that. What they're doing is because of that. Because somebody may have really did something to him outside of him losing his mom and they got him fucked up and he said something to him about it or whatever. But because he reacted to it, they don't have to take responsibility. Only thing we gonna do is say, oh, it's because Kanye lost his mom that he's reacting to somebody that did something to him. That's a way that people escape responsibility when they do something to you. They'll try to they'll try to throw it on, oh, you just doing it because of something you went through. You know what I'm saying? You doing it because you lost your mama. You doing this because of, no, I'm doing this because you got me fucked up. I'm doing this because you did something to me. It ain't got nothing to do with this over here. You know what I'm saying? So he's never really going to be taken seriously because it don't matter what he do. It's going to be, oh, he lost his mom. And that's why he's acting like this. No, let's assess the situation and see who did what to him to make him spaz out. And a lot of things that has something to do with him is because he lost his mom, sure enough. But everything ain't because he lost his mama. So we do have to be careful with that. Blue Girl said people need to stop trying to have it both ways. You can't want his music, want his designer shoes and clothes, but then laugh at him while he's down. People are so mean. Exactly. And that's the reason why I'm not hard on Kanye, because whatever it is, his genius, people still want it. People still want to consume it, but they don't want him to have a human moment. Kanye West hadn't done anything. Kanye West, when you think about it, we know that he got mental issues. He's diagnosed, you know what I'm saying? But Kanye West actually hadn't did anything like just real crazy to where you like compare it to a lot of these other celebrities that hadn't been diagnosed with nothing. Kanye West don't do nothing but just done run his mouth or trolling or something or whatever. Kanye West don't come off as like a threat to society or a threat to himself or anybody else. He just finna just say what's on his mind. And that is what it is. But to sum it up, man, Nick Cannon and Kanye West, let them do their thing. I hope Nick Cannon figure it out. It's unfortunate that people feel like it's okay that he's running around here. Somebody need to check these people. He's running around here having all these kids or whatever, these broken homes, and they want to say, oh, he got the money. Somebody need to check these people. That's the reason why I really don't care that a celebrity that's rich and famous deal with somebody, whether they're rich and famous or it's just a regular person that has less money than them. It don't bother me because you actually, for to me, it seems like you're humble enough and you're real enough and you're content enough with yourself in order to deal with somebody, and you're not so caught up in your ego. You're ready to deal with, you're able to deal with somebody. You're able to humble yourself. You get what I'm saying? Not to say that that person is less than, but you are still operating as a real person. You have a lot of these celebrities that have people around them and can't nobody tell them nothing because they feel like either they gonna stop helping them financially or they gonna probably lose their job or something if they were to tell them because they really care about them. I don't never want to get that high up where I feel some type of way when somebody who loves me actually give me constructive criticism. Ain't no way in the world Nick Cannon got some real homeboys. He ain't got no friends. Cause ain't no 8 kids at this point. You ain't married, and all of them got different mamas, except maybe I think Mariah twins. Your homeboy gonna be at the barbershop or something, or with a backstage at the Wild and now telling you, hey man, it's real. Even if you, I'm knowing he got celebrity friends, rich friends that's on child support and stuff, and that can tell him like this ain't what you want. But he ain't willing to listen because he Nick Cannon. He's the one that's employing people or whatever. He don't want to listen to nobody. I couldn't be around nobody like that. Eve Burr said it's the illusion of what people see. Exactly. And Blue Girl said, remember Mariah Carey came out as having bipolar 2 and they laughed at her for years. Yep. It was unfortunate when she came out and they laughed at her, but I think at that particular time there's a lot of stigma with mental health, right? When she came out with it, I don't think it was one of those things that people just really talked about. She was like one of the biggest names that actually came out and admitted to having a mental illness. People don't understand mental illnesses, and that's the reason why you have to bring awareness to it. Because I got fucking mental illnesses. I have anxiety. I have PTSD. That don't stop me from doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna do nothing to myself or nobody. Sometimes I get depressed, you know? But people be acting like people, I'm gonna tell you what people do. People act like a mental illness is you just crazy. That's what it is. It's like, oh, you got a mental illness, you're crazy. Usually the people who are diagnosed and know that they have a mental illness, they're taking the proper steps and doing what needs to be done or whatever. They be the most actually sane individuals that you want to run across because they know themselves. They know what triggers them. They they know what triggers them. They have their boundaries. If they have to take medicine, I don't have to take any medicine, but if they have to take medicine or whatever the case may be, they take their medicine and all of that or whatever the case, and they good. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, for instance, I'm knowing that I'm not finna watch certain things on TV. I'm not about to entertain certain things. I'm not about to sit up here and listen to anything because I know certain things that trigger me. And a lot of people, everybody has mental health. Now, whether you have a mental illness or not, that's different. But everybody have a mental health. Everybody needs to be protecting their mental health. And what happens is sometimes we don't. A long time ago, we didn't know we needed to protect our mental health. We didn't know that we needed to create boundaries. We didn't know that we need to know what our triggers are. We didn't know that, hey, you know what? I like to fight a lot or something like that. We're not knowing. We just figuring, oh, this person did something to me and I done jumped on them. We're not realizing, hey, after a while, you constantly getting involved in this different stuff. It creates a response that you're not used to having, and then you realize, hey, maybe I got something that I need to go and look at. and you realize, hey, I suffer from a mental illness. But it's not, it's the stigma of it is people try to make it seem like you walking around here and you have crazy. Most people that have a mental illness, you're not gonna even know they have a mental illness unless they tell you. You know what I'm saying? It, you got very few people, and you could see the people. You could see the people who are actually out their mind, like for real, for real. You see them like most, like a lot of the homeless people and stuff. You see people running down the street, they talking to themselves and all this old kind of stuff. That's another level. But somebody that's actually taking the time, getting the help and all that kind of stuff, it's cool, you know. So we can't they stigmatized it, and that's what it was. And it was unfortunate that that lady got laughed at for that, but she definitely did. And now the fact that we know, because it's we so much awareness has been raised to where now that we know that Kanye West is bipolar, don't nobody trip out. I got friends that's bipolar. They cool as all get out. Bipolarism, people got to understand that bipolarism, a lot of times you could be around people who are bipolar and don't even know that they're bipolar, because a lot of times being bipolar has nothing to do with anything other than your mood. Like one minute you could be feeling good, then the next minute you could be feeling low, and nobody may even get affected by it. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that it's to another level. They got, it's different kinds, you know. So just because somebody say, hey, I'm bipolar or whatever, that don't mean it's not somebody that can't function or you can't be around, or they're erratic, or they're gonna do something, they're gonna hurt you or something like that. It don't mean that. And that's the reason why awareness is very much needed. And I'm glad that people are raising the awareness. Now I don't like that you have a whole lot of these different healers, fake ass healers that come about, and they play on it, and they make you feel like they gonna rub a couple of crystals together and have you to drink a sea moss smoothie, you know, and tell you something on the tarot card, and now all of a sudden you gonna be good. I don't like that. I feel like if you feel some type of way, if you feel like it's something wrong with you or whatever, I feel like the first step you should do is you need to go get professional help. Now, once you go get professional help and the professional has helped you and gotten you to a point where you could kind of maintain or whatever, you want to go the holistic route, or you want to do the self-healing or whatnot, because that's some serious stuff to deal with. Because a lot of people don't understand, when you're sitting up here trying to heal yourself, the reason why they have professionals is the professional know how to actually get that stuff up out of you, and they know how to put a lid on it. If you sitting up here doing it yourself, you just, all these negative thoughts, whatever you feel, whatever you think, it's all gonna come out. It's like cleaning out your closet. When you clean out your closet and you just pull all that stuff up out your closet, now you feel like, oh, I got a bigger mess than what I had before I even started cleaning out the closet. You get overwhelmed. And that's the same thing with your mental health. If you start trying to do all of this stuff yourself, you're going to end up getting overwhelmed. You're going to create a bigger problem than what it is. Now you got to try to get through and maneuver through something that you actually created. Go ahead, get the professional help. Then if you get to the point where you could maintain, or they done let you off the hook and say, hey, you could kind of maintain this, then you could kind of like do your own thing or whatever. But if you feel like you got an issue, don't start off trying to do your own thing, because you'll go down a rabbit hole. You'll go down one of these dark roads. And some people do it, and some people are successful with doing it. I just won't recommend it. That's all I'm saying. Self-healing is cool, you know, but you want to use that to maintain. Not, a lot of people don't go get their diagnosis. They feel like something wrong with them, and they go into this self-healing stage. They don't even know what they're working on. They don't even know what their real problem is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have never known that, okay, sometimes I'm walking through Walmart and it feel like the shelves is closing on me. I wouldn't have never known if I wouldn't have went to a professional that that's called anxiety. I would have been sitting up here meditating, rubbing crystals together and shit, and still walking through Walmart having panic attacks. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't have talked to a professional. Cause I don't know what I just feel like I just had a moment. I'm not knowing that these moments are gonna keep happening. And what's this moment for? So now if I feel it coming on, I can maintain, I can know how to do it. I know that, hey, you know what? I need to shut this conversation down. Okay. I feel that feeling coming on. I might not need to go to the Walmart today. You get what I'm saying? I know it now. But if I never would have went to a professional and got diagnosed, I would have just been, I probably would have went crazy. You get what I'm saying? That's how you end up going crazy, because you sitting up here trying to heal something that ain't even what you're supposed to be working on. You sitting up here, you thinking you depressed, and the whole time you really got bipolar. And that's two totally different things. Your ass is not depressed. You just having your moods are messed up because you got bipolar. But you sitting up here reading WED Web MD and listening to people on Facebook and social media, and you sitting up here thinking, "Oh, I'm depressed. This what it sound like I got." And you done sit here and self-diagnose yourself. You done sit here and try to self-heal yourself, and ain't did nothing but cause the issue. Now you want people to walk on eggshells around you. Now you're triggered by everything because you don't know what's going on. You feel like you're the only person that matters or whatever. You triggered by everything because you don't know what's going on with you, because you tried to self-diagnose and self-heal. Them people went to school and got them degrees for a reason, so you need to check them out, and your insurance pay for it a lot of times. Um, Eve Bird say everyone are closer to the edge. It's just one thing to set them off over the edge. Exactly. That's the thing. That's what people don't understand. Yep, that's what Blue Girl said. That's why so many killings nowadays. Yeah, it's true. People don't understand. People, you got people that they look down on somebody if they have a mental illness, and then you have people that look down on themselves because they have a mental illness. It don't bother me. I use it for my advantage. I'm knowing if I'm feeling some type of way or whatever the case may be, and I'm feeling it. See, I could get creative. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just upbeat or whatever, just like a normal day. I don't really have like any spells too often, but if it's just like a normal day, 9 times out of 10, I use that for different things. So I'm knowing how to work with it, and that's what we got to do. But anyway, I thank y'all so much for joining me tonight, child. We got into a whole thing. Blue and Eve, this y'all fault. Every time y'all get on here, I end up, baby, we end up having a conversation, honey. I love seeing y'all pop up because we be getting deep into some things. So I definitely appreciate y'all for popping up or whatever, because y'all keep the conversation going down in the comments. I appreciate it. Let me say what you said real quick, Blue, before I get out here. Um, she say it's nobody's fault how they were born. Mental illness is not by choice. People would love to heal themselves if they could. Yeah, that's true. And a lot of times people, you develop a lot of mental illnesses too, and that's what people don't understand. You have some people that's just born with mental illnesses, then you have people that develop mental illnesses like PTSD. People develop that. Anxiety, you develop that. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what it is. That's the reason why we don't need to be hard on people because they dealing with something. It's like we all deal with something in different ways. I think we all have some things that I feel like whether you feel up or down, I think having a therapist is good regardless. I don't feel like you should wait until you feeling some type of way to get a therapist. You should have a therapist just because, like, I realized like this weekend, because I don't feel like I have some of the closest people to that I usually talk to or whatever, they're no longer here. And so it's like sometimes I be feeling like, hey, let me talk to this person, let me talk to this person. I'm like, that's not turning out to be a very good idea. So it's like it would be just good to get back into therapy or whatever. Just sometimes when I just need somebody to talk to, that I don't feel like it'll be used against me, or anything like that. Just to have an unbiased outlet. It's that's just good to have that, because a lot of times you hold a lot of things back from the people who love you, and you hold a lot of it back because you also kind of still in the back of your mind don't want to feel judged by how you feel, and some things that you're just not comfortable with telling everybody. It don't matter how close y'all are, and sometimes you just need somebody who's unbiased, who's not in your close circle or whatever for you to just talk to and get it out so you don't develop no type of mental illnesses. So you should, having therapy is just as important. Having a therapist is just as important as having a primary care doctor or having a dentist. It's just as important. Blue Girl say Nick Cannon needs to stop taking L's. Major flop. He was hosting America's Got Talent. If he did an album or a movie, no one would care. His talk shows were Mariah was tipping his swag. Nick Cannon, even though I like Nick Cannon as a businessman and I like his poems or whatever, we all know Nick Cannon been a cornball. Quiet as it's kept. Blue Girl, your channel will grow. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe or whatever. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.